gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you have done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something? We've been here before. You trying to get there.
Matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass. How though? How does that look? I'll box his ass. This is how boxing with you. What about the weight though? It don't matter. But they're fighting big people all day, all the fucking night.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
You ever get that feeling right before a fight when someone says something so bold you just have to sit up and listen? That's what happened at the press conference. BoMac, Crawford's trainer, didn't just talk, he threw down a gauntlet. He looked right into the camera and basically told Canelo, size, weight, doesn't matter. Crawford's been feasting on bigger guys his whole life, and Canelo's next on the menu. The room went quiet, and honestly, I got chills. You could feel the belief. It wasn't trash talk, it was a promise.
Matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass. How though? How does that look? I'll box his ass. This is how boxing with shit. What about the weight though? It don't matter. But they're fighting big people all day, all the fucking night. Yeah.
What about the head movement, BoMac? Canelo's famed head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches. Yeah. So we gonna get past that shit.
Here's what I love about BoMac. The man talks like he's seen the future. No hype, no wild predictions, just a calm, this is how it's gonna go. When he says this isn't just another fight, but the fight, you want to believe him. He talks about Crawford's discipline like it's a superpower. The training, the focus, the grind. He makes it sound almost boring, but in a way that makes you realize that's what greatness looks like. BoMac's not just selling a fight, he's selling a story that feels real.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence. You've seen the doubters over the years. And he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him. And you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously, it's a hard career boxing. You don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get these fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
Now, let's get into the rumors, because boxing fans love a good rumor. Word is, Canelo had some rough moments sparring with Jaron Boots Ennis. And if you know Boots, you know he's got that Crawford vibe. Quick, tricky, always a step ahead. So if Canelo struggled with the practice version, what's going to happen when he meets Crawford for real, with all the lights and pressure? Sparring isn't gospel, but it's enough to make you wonder if Team Canelo's got a leak in the boat.
When we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford's camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything, okay? Now, I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terrence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
BoMac's response? He just laughed. Not in a mean way, but like, come on. You really think Boots is Crawford? He said Boots is nice, but Crawford's playing chess while everyone else is on checkers. It's not just speed or flash, it's the way Crawford thinks in there. BoMac made it clear, you can't copy genius. You can try, but you'll always come up short.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response to that.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit they ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
But here's the thing. Adi Oladipo, who knows his stuff, is worried. He thinks Crawford bulking up could backfire. Boxing isn't bodybuilding. If you mess with the formula that makes you special, you risk losing your edge. Imagine putting ankle weights on a cat. Sure, it's bigger, but can it still move? That's the real question. Sometimes chasing size means losing what made you dangerous in the first place.
Was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him?
Dude,
He's
now
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting him.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. That when he at 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. He lost. But Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
On the other hand, Breadman Edwards says Crawford's not even sweating it. In fact, knowing Canelo's been sparring with a guy like Boots just gives Crawford more to study. Breadman says pressure doesn't break Crawford, it sharpens him. The bigger the stage, the better he gets. That's rare. Most guys shrink under the lights. Crawford, he grows.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up. It can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him. And it can make Crawford say, okay, let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and BoMac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, like, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and BoMac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
Of course, Canelo fans have a point. Size matters. Power matters. Crawford started at lightweight, and now he's taken on a guy who's been eating at the big boy table for years. There's a reason weight classes exist. At some point, even the slickest skills can't dodge physics. That's the debate. Does skill beat size, or does size eventually break skill?
Canelo versus Crawford. Who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man. Too strong. I hope Terrence Crawford does well and stuff, man. Because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this. He took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol' biggest hit. I don't think Crawford can knock him out.
I think Terrence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo's seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terrence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
But don't forget, Canelo's got more than just muscle. The guy's fought every style there is. Slick movers, heavy hitters, defensive wizards. He's been in the fire so many times, he doesn't even flinch anymore. That kind of experience, he can't fake it. When the crowd's roaring and the pressure's crushing, Canelo's been there, done that, and bought the t-shirt.
There's things about like being in camp with Canelo, it's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
I'll be real with you. This fight has me torn. On one hand, you have to respect Crawford for chasing greatness, even if the odds are stacked. On the other, you wonder if this is the mountain that's just too high. Some fights are about skill. Some are about survival. Is this the right test for Crawford's legacy, or is it just a step too far? But maybe that's what makes this so juicy.
High guard? Okay. Man, another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford, nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
Big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol, he's got Benavidez, he's got all these other legitimate 168, 175 pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not something against Bud. Bud is as a talent as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not.
Okay.
Because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. Very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride into the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound for pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez? Something like that. Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight these up and coming 168, 165 to 175 pound guys.
BoMac ended with something that stuck with me. This isn't just brawn versus brawn. It's brains versus brains. Crawford's not just throwing punches. He's solving puzzles, round by round. Every second, he's adjusting, thinking, reacting. Skills pay the bills. It's not just a catchphrase. For Crawford, it's the truth. And if BoMac's right, we're about to see a masterclass in boxing IQ.
We know where we need to be by the time we step in the ring. We got the doctors and the scientists and the nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays the bills. You got to have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, he's got to have defense too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you that. He'll get the job done. Because boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, not taking nothing away from him, but just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?
That's the state of play. 2 camps, 2 visions, 1 massive question mark. Who's got it right? Drop your thoughts below, hit subscribe, and let's ride this wave together. Because whatever happens, we're about to witness something unforgettable.